So around here there was a big statue of Nero, Colossus, which gives Colosseum the name Colosseum, when it was previously known as the Flavian Amphitheatre.
The school was connected by an underground tunnel. In 5 minutes, the tunnel today is a block, 5 minutes the gladiator school reached the ring, born over there. Number 17, the ostrich. Is also the ostrich was used for the spectacles inside the prison. We can see also the oil lamp.
These are the original stairs of the Colosseum, and you can see kind of going up.
Where we can see the arch, where the gladiator entrance, the other side.
What are you recording? Amazing! Giraffes are back in the Colosseum. Sistine Chapel, but unfortunately you're not allowed to film in there. But I just wanted to quickly capture some of my thoughts on it. It's vast, it's really huge, but really, really beautiful. And it almost just seems outrageous and beyond comparability that Michelangelo could get up there and paint all those absolutely incredible paintings. It's such a special place. It's such a wonderful artistic place that if you get the chance to go, I 100% recommend that you do. These are the some of the papal cars and the papal limos from various companies that are sent to the Pope to try and gain favour.
우리나라 지금 전통화입니다. 소가죽을 팽팽하게 엮어서 엮고엮고 다음에 당신은 다
I think that is Mount Vesuvius. Yo, I'm here in Pompeii and I'm going to be walking around exploring the ruins today and looking at basically something that's stood still for 2,000 years. It hasn't changed. It was all layered by ash, all covered by ash by the volcano eruption, by the volcanic eruption in the Roman period, and it's a real glimpse of the history and what life would have been like literally at that moment when the volcano erupted. Now, talking of the volcano, I don't know if you can see, but the volcano is just there. And you can actually see how close the volcano was to Pompeii and how easily it would have just run down and overrun the town. So yeah, come join me and we'll have a look around Pompeii together. Thomas walking where he belongs, in the gutter, just like his mind is always in the gutter. So we're walking down what I think looks like one of the main streets in Pompeii, and there's all these little nooks and crevices and things to go in that you can. Some of them you can explore, some of them you can't. But it's nice cobbled streets. And it's a very interesting array of Roman buildings. So here we're looking at one of the temples, the temple to Iside, I think, which is pretty well standing actually, given what happened. You can see kind of figures, comments and things, but it's quite a beautiful archaeological ruin. Unfortunately, this is as close as we're allowed to get. So we've just reached one of the crossroads. All roads lead to Rome, or all in Pompeii at the minute. And again, you can just see how just huge it was, and how big the city actually is, which is quite incredible that it's so well preserved all these years later. really feel when you're looking around some of these things that you're kind of looking in someone's house, which is equally cool. It's really cool, but it's also really bizarre, really quite a strange sensation. This house apparently still has a 2,000-year-old giraffe living in it. It's amazing, isn't it, that 2,000 years later you can still see quite clearly the colours and the wall decorations of how rooms would have been painted to look. And it's quite simple colours, obviously for the time, but it's also quite vibrant, quite colourful. And so this probably would have been quite expensive to do. This house is actually named after one of the walkways. This walkway, in fact, that was discovered and uncovered. Houses we're going in, you can go into in Pompeii. The ones you can go in are the ones that have rich owners. So they're the ones that have the beautiful frescoes and beautiful parts of the building that are still remaining. Now I think some of this has been repaired, and I think some of this one in the ceilings and things have been repaired and have been restored and renovated. But you can just imagine how beautiful this would have looked with all of these ceiling piles all over the ceiling. It would have looked just absolutely, simply incredible. So that's just absolutely beautiful. Basically, this was brought to life in the early 1920s, and it's named after a Greek dramatist, Menander. They found a portrait of one of his on the walls, and it's one of the biggest houses in Pompeii. And as I noted on its magnificence, it must have been owned by someone very powerful, someone very rich. There's also a lot of reference to Egyptian kind of artwork and things, which shows. It's quite interesting because it shows the effects of what the top Romans and things at the time in the run-up in the kind of the mid-century. Interesting. I mean, this is just incredible. This would have been the main market square, with entrances to some of the bits and pieces, the temples over there, and this is the main temple bit. Actually, this is fairly well recreated in the film Pompeii, and you see this temple bit collapse as he tries to ride out of Pompeii, and it all goes a bit wrong. But yeah, this is just incredible. And just imagine, I mean, obviously there's tons and tons of people here, but imagine it bustling with market stalls, and with people buying things, selling things, trading things, haggling, the noise of the animals. It would have just been an absolutely incredible place to see in its heyday. And I think this is a temple to Jupiter, but I need to double check that. This is the final position. So these are the plaster casts of some of the bodies that they found. And what's so fascinating is that it's so realistic that you can really make out his ear, and you can make out the toes, you know, really realistic. And all they've done is they poured the plaster into the gaps in the excavation, the gaps where the bodies had, you know, then decomposed over hundreds of years. But it's amazing. Okay, so now we're in Herculaneum, and a bit like Pompeii, Herculaneum was destroyed by Vesuvius by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79. We have a few more latrines, because the Romans loved a latrine. And again, we can just see these second floors, and we can see the doorways and windows that would have been there. One of the big things that Herculaneum got that Pompeii didn't was huge amounts more ash. So there was about 5 times, I think, 5 times more ash in Herculaneum than there was in Pompeii. This house rocks. The other vast difference, of course, between Herculaneum and Pompeii is the size. And Pompeii is so much bigger, so much vaster than Herculaneum is. Again, we've got a lovely little courtyard here, and this is. I don't think it has as much life as Pompeii. Oh, I found this amazing, beautiful Instagram spot. I told you it's a really beautiful Instagram spot. So let me get my picture. Mount Vesuvius, you can see it just there. Yeah, so you can see Mount Vesuvius, and you can see just how close to the city it actually was. And you can also see the modern city behind. So when I was saying about how a lot of the modern city is built on the remnants of the old Roman city, and that's why a lot of it can't be excavated and uncovered. That's why you can see kind of the positioning of where they are. Yeah. Naples!